Hello friends, today's topic of my video is very powerful and it's very personal to me also. So why failure is the first step to success? Yes, you heard it right. I'm talking about failure. Not funding, not fame, not followers. Yes, failure. Because, my dear friend, failure is not opposite to success. It's the path to it. Yes, failure is not opposite to success. It is the path to it. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you with the real stories, facts and stats that why failure is not final. And what I've learned in last 45 years of my experience, my tajurba, about failures and how failures shape you and how failures help you to achieve success in life. And not only success, great success. So take a notebook and start writing down because this is your MBA. So let's begin with a question. Have you ever failed at something badly? Lost money, lost confidence, lost trust? And you are not alone. A Stanford study says 70% of the entrepreneurs fail in the first 3 years. Here is what they don't teach you in business school. Those 70% are not losers. They are the ones who become huge success later in the life and they build most successful businesses. Now let me tell you a story. In 2001, an entrepreneur I know who lost everything. He had a very successful IPO in 1995. At the age of 38, followed by a presidential award, he built factories, he built bungalows, he traveled 50 countries. But when he failed, he had to sell his factory, his bungalow, even his listed company. You know who that entrepreneur was? That's my story. So my business collapsed. I had check bouncing cases. My reputation took a big hit. People's trust disappeared. And the people disappeared also. People I trusted, they disappeared also. And that was the lowest point of my life, but that was also the turning point of my life. Yes, turning point. Because that failure gave me more than anything else in life. That was clarity and tajurba. Yes. That failure gave me clarity and tajurba which no MBA or college can give me. And I learned 3 things. Yes, 3 things. What not to do again, who not to trust again, and most importantly, who I really was under pressure. Who I really was under pressure. Failure doesn't break you. It makes you more stronger. Yes, I'm telling you from my own tajurba. It makes you more stronger. Now let me give you some stories. Number 1, Steve Jobs. He was fired from his own company when he was 30-year-old. But he started Pixar. He started Next. And then he came back to Apple and we got the iPod and the Apple phone. If this failure didn't have happened, we could have Apple today. So without the failure, there is no iPhone. Number 2 is Colonel Sanders. Yes, Kentucky Fried Chicken. He failed 1,009 times. He was rejected 1,009 times before one restaurant accepted to sell his recipe. And he was 65-year-old. Would you have that kind of patience to get rejected 1,009 times? Number 3, our own Dhirubhai Ambani. Multiple times failed. He was named as a gambler. He fought against the giants. He fought against the government license and a lot of other roadblocks. And finally, if he had not failed multiple times, there was no reliance. MS Dhoni, Virat Kohli also failed initially. They were questioned, they were doubted. But later, they became our heroes. Why do these stories matter? Because they break that myth that success is a straight line. No, success is never a straight line. Success is like this line. And this road is full of pathholes, full of speed breakers, full of roadblocks. Then only you succeed. And if you don't give up, the same road becomes your highway. Now let's get into the science. 10 years research by Stanford University, 10 years. They found that people who fail early and reflected upon it, they were much more successful than people who found the success early. Because the failure builds resilience, adaptability, and creative thinking. And there's another research by Harvard that companies that acknowledge their failures, they innovate 23% more than other companies. Yes, 23% more than other companies. So failing doesn't make you weak. Remember that. Failing doesn't make you weak. Hiding your failure makes you weak. On every stage, everywhere I tell this story that I was bankrupt in 2001. I acknowledge that it was my mistake, it was my responsibility. I had to sell my factory, bungalow, company. I tell that in every video. But that's my biggest learning of my life. And that's what is making me successful today. And in Silicon Valley, there's a term called fail fast. If you want to succeed, fail fast. There's a saying, if you want to accelerate your success rate, if you want to success fast, double your failure rate. And most Indian entrepreneurs are afraid of failing. लोग क्या कहेंगे? सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग? What will people say? Let me tell you one thing. People don't remember your failure. They remember how you bounce back. Rather, they appreciate. Most of the people want to come to my coaching system because they say you failed. You understand and you can guide us what not to do. Now, let me share with you my five-step formula of failure to success. Number one, accept it. Accept your failure. Don't hide it. Don't fight it. Accept it. And take full responsibility. Step number two, analyze it. Why did it happen? Reflect upon it. Note down what went wrong, what not to do. That's your biggest learning from your failure. And that will take you to the success. Number three, announce it. Share it with your mentors. Share it with the public. Share it with everyone you meet. Share it in your videos. Share it with your blog, story on your website and everywhere. Don't be ashamed of it. Number four, adjust and apply. What have you learned from those failures and what you can do next so that you can be successful and avoid those mistakes which you have already done. And number five, accelerate. Now you are not starting from zero, you are starting from wisdom, you are starting from tajurba. And now this success will be bigger than your first success. Always remember your second inning is always stronger than first inning. So remember, failure is a data, very important data, don't waste it. So here at Tajurba, we have a very strong community, we have a very large community, and I've seen a pattern. The most successful entrepreneurs are those who have failed before, those who have learned from their failures. One of my mentees, Suresh Mansharamani from Goa, he even attempted suicide twice. Very bad shape, he had debts, he had check bouncing cases. But today he's one of Tajurba's investors. He has offices in 5 cities, over a team of 100 people, joint ventures in Europe and a lot of other countries, with the top commercial kitchen manufacturing companies in the world. And he's selling to top restaurant chains in India. So that story of failure became one of the biggest success. And these are real stories. These are not something coming out of books. And Suresh Mansharamani used OKR. He started bouncing back in 90 days. Yes. In the very first OKR, first quarter, he did the entire turnover of the year in 90 days. His margins are great now. His payments are advanced. No more udhari, no more credit. His cash flows are positive. Because what you do after failure, listen carefully, what you do after failure, it's much more important than failure itself. What you do after failure is much more important than the failure itself. Remember that. So here is what you need to remember. Failure is not your enemy, it's your raw material. It's your classroom, it's your stepping stone. If you haven't failed, you haven't tried enough. As an entrepreneur, you will fail. In fact, you must fail because every failure makes you unshakable. Every failure makes you unshakable. Because I failed many times and that's my biggest reason of success today. And today I'm able to help thousands of entrepreneurs like you. And that's my tajurba. That's my tajurba. And if this video made you lighter, wiser, and stronger, share it with your friends and save it with you. Watch it multiple times because every failure is your next step to success. That's your stepping stone to success. Because tough time never lasts. Tough people like you do. And write in the comment what was your biggest failure and what did you learn from it. And remember to subscribe this channel. Click the bell icon and share it with as many people who can take benefit from this video. See you in next video. Cheers.